Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, send it, bud.
Wait, let me say a slur real quick.
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
that's how we start.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Uh, all right. So, uh, we're going to open on uh, Ronnie and dang, the character's name.
Oh, doesn't even
Althea.
remember the
Althea.
character's name.
Thea.
Point and laugh, point and laugh.
Thank you.
Okay, we're opening on Ronnie and Thea as you guys are on a smuggler ship that you got work on. Because you guys were, leaving for various reasons. But you guys have finally made it after a couple weeks on the high seas. Ronnie, you've been doing a lot of the more active work on the boat. And Thea, I think for the most part, you've been stuck going over the ledgers. The only job they could
Voice I
find
should
for
have
you.
learned from ending.
It was the only job they could find for you.
Every once in a while, she'll cast prestidigitation on something. Pretend she's being useful.
Then also spent pretty much a solid 4 hours in a semi-frantic final stretch as the free city of Joanna is surrounded by reefs and only people who have learned how to get through them are able to navigate it. So the last 4 hours has just been the captain belting out orders, constant shifts in direction, trying to account for the changes in the wind speed. And even though your captain, or at least the captain who hired you, knows what he was doing, there are some close calls. The last 4 hours have honestly been a bit stressful. Or at least people feel like they would be stressful. I'm not going to say that your characters were stressed, but it was hectic. It was very hectic for the last 4 hours. But you guys finally pull into port at one of the open slots at the harbor. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I'll probably just kind of shake the captain's hand, just I guess thank him for everything, but in Ronnie's own way. Just kind of I thought we were dead there for a second. Almost doubted you.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. Not my first rodeo.
I should hope so. Alright, well, thanks for everything, man. Your crew was... Yep. Let's go.
Oh, there's something, alright.
Yeah.
If you ever need work, you know where to find me. And then he, looks at you, Thea, and he's like, thanks for going over the ledgers.
Thea's gonna...
Never been so organized.
Thea's gonna whisper, I found some discrepancies in your ledgers. If that's you, that's fine. If it's somebody else, investigate.
Oh, I just take I might not have written it down, but I take a small percentage for my kids.
That's fine then. Just making sure you're aware of it.
Thank you. And you guys have arrived at the harbor.
Oh.
The harbor is a...
Sorry, really quick. How, would I know, how well the captain knows the harbor?
Let's see. I'm gonna say... He's somewhat knowledgeable. He's not a long-time member of the pirate fleet. But he's been here for a year or two. He knows this place pretty well.
mind pointing us in the direction of some sort of a healer, shaman, or whatever? Does this island have a doctor or something?
You looking for anyone in particular?
Would she have gotten a name?
I don't know if you'd gotten a name, but you probably would have gotten a general idea of a very eccentric potion maker.
Some, like, kooky potion maker or something?
Oh, alright, you're looking for, fuck, what's her name again? Oh, Miss Crow. Yeah, you're gonna find her about 4 blocks into Barnacle's End. Just take that one alley and just keep going for, like, 30 minutes or so.
He said 4 blocks.
Into Barnacle's End. So, I'm
That's
gonna
okay,
say...
Ronnie. I've got it.
Trust me, she's a common occurrence. If you ask around, people can get you even closer. But for the most part, just follow that alley for like a half hour.
Appreciate it.
Anytime, and if you ever need work, I'll be ready. Alright. Is there anything you guys do before going there, or are you just going straight to where he sent you? Hello?
I'm thinking.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Brain going burr.
Probably, just kind of like getting a feel for the people in this area, looking around a little bit. Anybody, I guess, like, is anybody giving us, like, weird looks specifically? Or do they just clock that we're new here? Or is that not, does that, like, not matter?
Funnily enough, you get, like, no feeling of, like, outsiderness. No one's staring. You don't really know why, but just, like, they don't seem to be bothered by anyone's existence.
Mm.
Well, if we're gonna be walking for a while, Thea's gonna take out her broom of flying and just kind of ride it slowly alongside Ronnie.
Right, that might get you a little bit of stairs, but
What's
Thea's
keep-
but
got.
that's more because of the flying broom, not
Yeah.
because of the not because of who you are.
So
Thea's got a strength of -2. She doesn't want to walk for a half hour.
what's people's reaction to magic?
It doesn't seem negative in any way. It's more just like, oh, like, you're just on a flying broom instead of walking. Okay. I feel like it's more of a sense of, like, almost the sense of, like, who's this prima donna?
Mm-hmm.
I
You
mean,
can't
she
even
is
walk.
dressed like she wouldn't fit in, so it doesn't surprise her at all.
But some children are like oohing and eyeing, but you don't see any like overt reaction besides just like maybe a little bit of like, who does she think she is?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go to Barnacle's End.
All right. So I'm assuming, like, as you get closer into Barnacle's End, you might start asking for more specific directions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll just pick out, like, people in the crowd that look like they're into potion making and just start, like, barking. Or any
you
like
start barking.
or like barking out like, hey, like, have you seen this like potion maker around? Or like anybody, like any merchants or anything.
You do. Let's see. Yeah, roll me a either persuasion or intimidation check, depending on not if you're trying to be intimidating, but if you think Ronnie might just be accidentally
I
intimidating.
think Ronnie is just generally intimidating.
Yeah, you can roll me an intimidation check.
Okay. Oh, that's an actual 20.
Oh, you're
You,
so intimidating.
For a total of
you see
21.
this. You see this like young, like I'd say like 17-year-old boy. Like he doesn't look like he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's a little green around the gills.
Mm.
And he seems to be drinking some sort of like fancy sparkling concoction. And you just walk up to him, like towering over him. Where'd you get that? Or something along those
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Miss Crow's cookie concoctions. Why?
Where is she?
I can show you.
Yes, please.
Thea, this guy is terrified.
I
And
mean, if it's working, Thea's not going to say anything.
okay. He takes you like a block and a half further in, and then like around a corner, and then like maybe another block down, and you see this like almost like half, like the entire building is slanted. And there's a sign on the front that is Miss Crow's Cookie Concoctions.
Right.
This is it. Anything else I can help you with?
Nope, that'll be it. And then I'll like
Okay, bye.
I'll like put my like reach my hand out like onto his head and just kind of like pet it.
I think I hear my captain calling me.
Thea's
He
just
just
going to
runs
smile and
off.
wave as this man runs away.
All right.
Jittery place, huh?
Yeah, let's call it that.
Wonder what was in his cereal. And she's just gonna like bang, bang, bang on the door.
Thea's going to like sniff the air and just mutter, probably booze.
It's open.
Opens the door.
And this room is like filled to the brim with books, herbs, potion bottles, and a faint scent of like cinnamon and lemon, which has a really weird combined smell. And as you walk in, you see. Give me a second. I'll pull up the art. You see this lady.
Yeah, she looks like a witch.
Hello. Thank you for not breaking down my door.
Well, yeah, there's a handle.
All right. What can I do for you two fine ladies?
We're looking for Ronnie Deer has
I think I'm being eaten alive.
Ooh. Maybe some sort of parasite from the waters? Were you playing near the waste outcrop, possibly?
Some
it's more like wild magic.
Oh, interesting. Well, come in, take a seat. And she offers two, like, very crudely made stools.
Can I do a really quick, like, vibe check?
Sure. Give me a vibe check.
Okay, insight.
Yeah, insight.
And which stat is vibe?
It's 12.
Um, she seems like she doesn't have any ill intent, but there's just something in the sparkle in her eye. Maybe she's not quite fully right in the head.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Ooh, alright. Well, first, would you like any tea?
What
Oh,
kind?
no thank you, but thank you for offering.
Ooh, I've been trying a new combination. Cinnamon, lemon, a little bit of lavender, and some good old-fashioned ocean salt.
I'll pass.
Oh well, maybe one day. Alright. Let me take a good look at you. And she, like, walks over and, like, grabs your face. And is just, like, staring into your eyes very intensely. Right, there's something not quite right in there. When did this happen?
Couple of years ago.
I said how, dearie, not when.
Am I tripping?
No.
Did I say when? I thought I said
You
how.
said when.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I'm like,
My apologies. Oh, you know what? She is a little kooky. She is a little
Yeah.
kooky, so you know what? Let's play it up.
I was like, wait.
Well, I mean, if you want to get into the technical aspects of it, I can describe the whole experiment to you. You see, and Thea's just gonna start going.
Oh boy, okay. Well, I pour some tea for myself at this point. And she, pours her experimentational tea. And
What?
she takes a sip and she's like, it's really not that bad. I don't know why people are so against it.
While that's happening, Ronnie's just like, I think it's just better if I show her, and is going to like remove like her wrappings, her belt, and like lift her shirt up a little bit, and just like show her like a scar on her abdomen that's like almost growing like green tendrils as if like a weird like fey forest.
Ooh. That is a nice one. You mind if I? And she, like, moves her hands towards your abdomen, towards the scar.
Do you know what you're doing?
Oh, we'll find out.
No, this thing killed a couple people.
Oh, I've survived a lot worse.
See it yourself. And Ronnie's keeping an eye on Thea.
Thea's watching, but not doing anything.
More so just to make sure that like you're not within like explosion distance.
The good news is she doesn't actively touch the scar, but she's kind of like prodding the skin around it. And then, you hear her mumble under her breath, wave her hands a few times, and a soft glow comes from her hands as she's prodding this. Ooh, that must have been quite an experiment. Well, I do love a good challenge. And she's going to just quickly pull out a syringe. I need some blood.
Fine.
and she'll take your arm and like, funnily enough, as kooky as she seems, the syringe, the drawing of the blood, you feel nothing more than a pinprick. Her hands are very steady.
Can I make like a check of some sort just to see if I understand what she's doing?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
That's 18.
All right. With your training, you do know that. Rain. God damn it.
Brain.
Rain. With your training, you do know that at least a lot of people who specifically use potion magic, that a person's blood is a very powerful way to like help custom craft a potion.
Okay.
Would you have say that Thea worked in potions a lot, or more just in the direct arcane?
She does not work with potions. She doesn't know shit about potions.
All right, so then
She took like
just
one
the
class about potions and went, fuck this, actually.
yeah, but with your Arcana check, I will say that like at one class you do know that like uh
She took a magic and blood class at one point.
essentially like someone's direct like essence, like hair, blood, for the more darker people, skin, like will have a much stronger effect when you're trying to create a potion.
Okay.
All right, all right. Do you have any money?
How much gold did we start with?
I got 5 gold pieces.
Oh, right. That should have probably. There's a level 4. Everyone add 20.
Okay.
I'm like, right, you guys are level 4, and that wasn't something I covered.
We're rich.
Yeah,
we're
add
rich.
20 gold to your inventory.
We're
I am now
rich.
20 gold richer than I was earlier, which is now 20 gold.
What does the sage background start with?
I feel like that one's not a lot.
I don't think it is. Oh, 10 gold points. Okay, I have 30 gold points.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we have a little bit. We've been, working on a pirate ship.
So does everyone, dearie.
What are you selling?
Alright, alright.
She's selling potions, dear.
I
A custom potion, I believe. I mean, I would be willing to pay just to see see how good it turns out, but that depends on the cost, of course.
Well then, alright. First time customers. Custom crafted potion. 3, let's say 3 gold now, 7 if it works.
I think we can do that.
And what's it supposed to do?
Well, to really get an answer, I'd need to do a lot more research, but I think at least on the fly I can come up with something that might help make it a little bit more safe to the touch, considering you said it killed some people. You know, just something to stabilize it for the time being.
Alright, you got a deal. And Ronnie will hand her 3 gold.
Alright. Let's see, what time is it? And she just, like, looks out at the sun. About noon. Would you come back in, about 5 hours? I should be done with it by then.
Alright.
Anything else I can do for you? And she looks over at Thea. Maybe a love potion, perhaps?
Oh, no thank you. This is all that I need, actually.
Okay, all right. Well, you can't blame a businesswoman for trying. All right, now, ow, I gotta work.
Hold on. Know a place with entertainment around here?
Entertainment. Oh man, I don't really go outside that much anymore.
Clearly.
Could always try the Broken Tombstone. It's about 4 blocks somewhere in that direction. Just like vaguely points down one of the alleys.
I'm sure we can figure it out, thank you.
All right, well, see you in a couple hours.
Do I just like chug the potion now?
No, it was 3 gold now, and she's gonna craft the potion.
Oh, okay.
And then when you come back in a few hours, if it works, she'll charge you another 7.
Gotcha.
All right. So, are you guys gonna make your way to the Broken Tombstone?
Yeah, unless...
Yeah,
unless Thea wants to, like, stop anywhere.
I don't think she does. She's very curious to see, a blood potion in action, so she's kind of...
All right. So we're going to pivot away from you. Camera zooms out as you guys leave the shop.
Woo!
And you know what? I will flip a coin. See who we should go for next. All right. Funnily enough, we're going to pivot out and immediately zoom over to the Broken Tombstone. Claydom, aka Clade. You've been here for, what would you say, a few days?
Yeah.
Not specifically at the tavern, but just here.
Yeah, in the general area for a few days.
Yeah. How would you say you spent your...
Clade's morning would just sort of be spent every morning. Clade makes sure that his fiddle is tuned to the perfect sound that he can make his music as best as possible. And then on this morning in particular, Clade, who has just sort of been like wandering about, not really like committing to doing quite anything yet, trying to like learn the lay of the land, is like dying to play his music and then just talk in front of people.
Ah, yes, a true showman.
He's been like pretty quiet for him because Clade is definitely a person who likes to speak, likes to be around people, and he's been very quiet just to himself for multiple days, and he's freaking out about it.
So what tell me more about that. Why would you think Clade has just been so to himself lately?
So this is a brand new area for Clade, and Clade knew the areas where he was before pretty well. Clade, well, to be fair, Clade moves around a lot throughout his life so far, but always would be in like one spot for like a few weeks, maybe a few months, depending on how good he's doing in that area. So usually wherever he is, though not long, there's some sort of just general understanding where everything is.
Mm.
If you're performing somewhere and someone says, "Where's this?" and you don't know, not always the best look.
So you've more just been exploring the town, figuring out like at least where all the hotspots are.
Exactly.
All right. Well then, let me give you a quick rundown then.
Sweet.
And let's see. I mean, everyone should pay attention, but specifically Clade and Archie, because you guys have been here for a little while, or at least a while longer than Ronnie and Thea. You would know this better. I'll give a quick rundown of the districts. So, first, obviously, the harbor. The harbor is where active ships will, essentially dock. It's also one of the biggest merchant hubs in the area, because a lot of ships don't stay for too long, so they'll come there, stock up on supplies, maybe get some repairs done, and then head out to more happy hunting. The dry docks is both a repair dock and essentially a scrapyard. There's a lot of pirates, if they feel like it, will take additional ships from whoever they robbed or killed, and then they'll bring them to the dry docks to scrap for some coin or resell. The keel is where the pirates and their families tend to live. People who are actively in the pirate navy and the people that they care about. Barnacle's End is both for more permanent residents and almost a mixed bag of pirate retirees, because the life of a pirate is not for the old.
I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly,
I'm not gonna say
Grandma
you
pirate.
can't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you can't, but for the people who choose to retire, they tend to move into Barnacle's End. That's why it's Barnacle's End. Salt Row.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Salt Row is for the crews and captains of the people formally recognized as part of the Admiralty. Tends to be more higher-ranking officers who have sworn fealty to the Grand Admiral. The Bone Hill is a graveyard of captains and sometimes higher-ranking officers, if they distinguish themselves, who were officially a part of the Navy. Brimway Grove is both a park and almost historical. I'll say a historical park. There's a lot of monuments describing time periods or former Grand Admirals. And the Captain's First is for the crew and families that are directly a part of the Grand Admiral's ship, like their individual ship. That is also where the Grand Admiral's ship is docked. And finally, the FTL Keep. Damon Archie, because you've been here a while, you'll know that stands for Fuck the Law. And that is the entire, keep / mansion of the Grand Admiral. Alright, I think I got all of those. So, yeah.
Sorry, clarification. So, the Grand Admiral is not, in the Navy? Or, what's the correlation between, the law and the Grand Admiral in the Navy?
So when I say the Navy, I mean the pirate fleet that, has sworn fealty to the Grand Admiral. This is a safe haven for all pirates, but some of them are sworn to the Grand Admiral, and the Grand Admiral is essentially the king / mayor / leader of the Free City of Ioana. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So yes, the keel is for the crews and their families for more freelance pirates, and Salt Row is for the crews and families that have sworn fealty under the Grand Admiral. And then the Captain's First is for the Grand Admiral's like individual crew.
Would we know like the name of the Grand Admiral from being here for a few days, or is that just?
Yes. So the Grand Admiral is. Give me one sec. The Grand Admiral Lex Middleton. They them. Just for everyone to keep that in mind. I'm wondering, do I roll a dice and figure out if possibly either Archie or Clade has seen the Grand Admiral? They don't always stay in their mansion.
Can you just type the name in the chat somewhere, please?
Yes. I'll put it in no mic.
Thank you. I'm writing it down somewhere. Thank you.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d20. If this is a 15 or above, one or both of Archie and Claydom have seen the Grand Admiral. Alright, that was a 9. So, you know their name, you don't know what they look like. Alright, so, Clade, yeah, you spent a couple days getting to know the area, some of the hot spots. What all the districts do and who lives in them. Not, like, individually, but, like, the type of people who live in them.
Yeah.
Alright, so, how are you going about your day now? Are you gonna try to find somewhere to perform?
Yeah, so
information?
yeah, Clade is just gonna sort of go around to people who look like they know the nightlife of so people who are a little bit on like the younger side, and anyone who looks like they drink a lot of liquor. So if like there's like a very stereotypical pirate looking guy,
Clade's like
be
always drunk off his ass.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like,
Okay.
where do you drink at?
All right. Let's see. Let's go with an investigation check to find someone who fits this criteria.
Investigation is a 13.
All right. As you're wandering around, I'm gonna say the harbor, because the harbor is the place that tends to be the most busybody. So you'll at least see the most variety of people there. You do see some like grizzled, like probably in his like maybe mid to late 40s, although pirates tend to not age well, so he's looks like he's in his 50s or 60s. Some grizzled old guy with like a bottle of like dirty brown liquid, and from a block away you can smell the booze on this guy's breath.
So
hey there. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, you absolutely distinguished gentleman, you?
Don't insult me like that.
I'll keep my words short and sweet. You look like you know how to have fun. You say that's true?
You trying to pick me up, whippersnapper?
Clay kind of winks. Not without a few drinks in me.
Okay. You need a place for some beverages?
Yeah, you know where one of the more popular places for the nightlife here is?
I mean, nightlife, day life, you gotta go to the Broken Tombstone. Always
Broken
busy.
Tombstone. Okay, I think I might have passed by there once.
Alright, you should go there. It's a hoot. Ooh. Just get ready to get punched in the face. Happens.
You know, a punch in the face here and there is part of the job, isn't it?
There you go. Uh, you want some? And he just holds out this, like, rancid smelling booze. Like, it is, like, toilet moonshine, is
Oh,
what he's
no.
drinking.
Clade, uh, says, "Oh, but of course," and does that thing where he pretends to drink it and hopes the guy's too drunk to notice.
So what? You're, like, putting up to your lips but not opening your mouth, essentially?
Yes. Yep.
Alright. It's a low DC, but roll me a Constitution save.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Con save. That is 16.
Alright, yeah. You're fine, but, like, even the fumes to this alcohol feels like you could get drunk off of it. So, you put it to your lips, and then immediately smell it and hold your breath, because you don't need more than a whiff of this to start getting drunk.
It's like, whew. Well, that's something. All right.
Ah, there you go. Put some hair on your chest.
I do feel like I grew hair on my chest just now. Yeah, I would say that.
Alright, well, Broken Tombstone, maybe I'll see you there later. Then we can get some drinks in both of us. And
Sounds
he
like a
winks
plan.
back, but it's like the slowest wink ever.
Clay just kind of like snaps his fingers at him and then walks away.
Alright. So, Archie, I don't think, at least from our session 0, we weren't planning on having you meet the party until they buy a houseboat. But, would you like to go to the bar?
Sure.
Alright, then, Archie, what have you been up to this morning?
Finding a bar.
It took him all
The
morning.
entire morning.
Deadass.
Alright, so, have you been trying to find a bar in human form or another form?
Right now, human form.
Okay. And, what have you been up to on your time here? And, now how long would you say? Like a month, maybe? I think we decided you were here the longest.
Probably a month. He hasn't been doing much, just like looking for work and not having much luck in finding it.
Mm-hmm.
Hence his search for a bar.
Right. With what money? Kidding.
He has a
Kidding.
little bit of money saved up.
I know, I gave you guys money, but,
He's not a complete bum.
Alright, so we're gonna zoom out and have everyone be convening in the Broken Tombstone. The Broken Tombstone, even if you don't know the direct area, you're gonna find it pretty quickly because it's probably one of the more rough and tumble bars, which means even from a couple blocks away, you're gonna hear someone cursing at someone and then the quick sound of a fist in the face.
Oh, Ronnie is gonna fit right in.
As I get closer, do I just see like some guy get thrown through a window?
not through the window, very specifically, but like it has those Western style like swinging doors.
Oh, nice.
And you do see a guy get like fully tossed out of it, and he's not a small guy. Like we're talking like a pretty beefy guy, maybe not as tall as you, Ronnie, but like a solid, like stocky gentleman. Just gets absolutely tossed through the front doors. And then he just, like, gets up, dusts himself off, and sprints back in.
This place is awesome. I just
The only
run
thing
through
it
the
seems
doors.
to be lacking is some live music.
I run through the doors immediately.
Alright, you see an absolute shit show. There is arm wrestling, gambling. There is actually, like, a small arena off to the side. And by arena, I just mean, like, it's a divot in the floorboards that it's, like, a foot deeper than the rest of the place. Where you see some people, like, bare-knuckle boxing. You see glasses being shattered. Although, very quickly, you see a sign over the bar that is... if you're gonna break your glass, you're buying it. And there is, like, a price for different types of glasses.
What are the prices listed, just out of curiosity? And does it look like they change as more and more break, or...
No, it's just, like, a wooden board that is essentially, like wooden mug, like, 3 copper, glass cup, like, 1 silver, and then, like, a full bottle for yourself so that you can break it is, like, maybe, like, 5 silver.
Okay.
And it looks like you can't buy a drink without purchasing the actual cup, because the bartender does not look like he trusts anyone with it. Good business practice, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of the bartender, let me upload another person into art.
Sage, can you please move? Thank you. Buddy, can you please? Sage?
She wants to play too.
If she could stop clicking my mouse, that would be great.
She wants to roll.
I put a dice in the tray for her to roll. She rolled an 18 on the d20, by the way.
And there's the bartender.
Is that an orc or a troll?
He is an orc. He looks, pretty no-nonsense for how hectic this bar is.
Sir, my dad is calling. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Theo will pay for whatever drink Ronnie wants.
I'm not gonna drink just yet, but I will walk up to the bartender and, hey, so, what's the deal with the live music here? Could I just, like, get up on the stage and just start playing, or do I have to sign up for something?
He just points to a sign next to the stage that says, "Play at your own risk."
Okay.
You'll know if they like you or not.
I don't care about that. And Ronnie will just get up on stage and, like, take out, like, a mini harp and just start, like, plucking it.
Give me a performance check.
If I'm proficient with the instrument, do I add the proficiency?
Yes,
Okay,
yes you
cool.
do.
That's a natural 20.
Really?
Why would I lie about a mini harp?
No, I'm not saying you're lying, just like, this is like...
I know.
Wow, okay.
It's not what I was expecting personally.
I'm getting all of my natural 20s out before the combat starts, guys. Don't worry.
Before anything important happens.
No, this is like the barbarian curse. You get natural 20s with, like, non-important
play.
things, and then when it
Yeah.
comes to combat, it's just like, oh, natural one to Constitution save. Great, great, great.
All right. 1 second. All right. Ronnie, with some skill that even you yourself might not know that you had, you play. Actually, what type of music are you playing?
Oh
Is it something that fits the theme, very high energy?
no, something like very haunting and enchanted, and it's almost like she's possessed when she does it.
Hmm. For just like maybe a solid 30 seconds, like all the rowdiness kind of dies down as everyone's just, like staring at the stage, almost entranced. And Clade, I feel like this is where you walk in.
Quaid walks in, and just it's like, oh, there's some fine music going on. Huh.
How about at this point? I know we did this in the one shot, but just to remind everyone, how about we all describe our characters as everyone's going to be convening in the tavern? We'll go top of the call downwards. So, Fen, could you please describe Archie?
Hold on, let me pull up the character description. It's deleted. Okay. He gives off your basic stoner dad vibes. Kind of own in his own little world almost. Um he's about average height, very scruffy beard. Um and he's definitely at the bar currently taking advantage of anyone being distracted and stealing their drink.
All right. We'll move down. Tony, could you describe Clade?
Yeah, Clade is a tiefling with olive-colored skin and piercing blue eyes. Um, he stands about 5'8", and he's on the thinner side. Um, Definitely not someone you look at and go, "Ooh, look at that beefcake." Definitely like a more slender individual. Um, Clade, like if you took a long enough of a look in Clade's eyes, you can just see that trouble is soon to be there. There, yeah. Clade does have horns that start like around his forehead and reach to about the back of his head, not passing like that area. Um, and is never far from his golden lute. No, golden fiddle. Sorry. Wrong bar description. Wrong bar description.
All right. Gallic. Ronnie.
Ronnie stands at about 6'4", 6'5", kind of like pale weathered skin and like hints of like white paint across her face. Her left eye is pure black with a white iris, and then her right one looks kind of like a natural, like normal eye that's kind of like colored purple. Long white hair that turns kind of like ash gray at the very tips. And then she's adorned with like kind of like tribal barbarian wear and a large like bear skin that like covers her chest and kind of like hangs back. It has like a very like signature belt of like some strange like titan or giant skull at the front, and then she has these like little crow like skull earrings. Yeah. Oh, and she has teeth pointed like a shark.
All right. Is Alice back?
Yes.
All right. You want to describe Thea really quickly?
Thea is the definition of pink lesbian. Pink
God.
flowery hair, pink dress. Looks like she hasn't done a day of hard labor in her life. Elf. She's an elf. I think when you picture like femme TikTok lesbian, that's Thea.
All right. So yes, I'm gonna say within like the space of like 15-20 seconds, Clade and Archie, you both arrive to the broken tombstone to see the rough and tumble nature of this place, and a very large woman playing an eerily beautiful harp piece.
Oh, I think is Tony not here?
Oni? Okay. Well, Alright, so yeah, all the violence dies down for probably about 30 seconds. Tony.
Is Fennec here?
Yeah, Fenn's here.
Sorry about that. I had to take a work phone call.
All good.
Oh, I haven't...
I think I heard my name said, so apologies.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So yeah, both Archie and Clade, you guys both arrive. And I'm actually going to bring us over to... One sec. There we go.
Oh, that's like a
Ooh.
battle map. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and
here's the thing. I'm not planning on you guys getting into a bar fight, but I am expecting it.
yeah, and like Ronnie is playing her like harp up on stage.
Where is the stage on this map?
I'm actually...
It looked like this might be the stage, but I might be mistaken. That might just be another table.
Let's see. Honestly, I'm going to say that the stage is just a table that has been, like, essentially bolted down.
Nice.
Had a sign put up next to it.
Sure, fair enough.
So it's this thing at the right over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Cool.
Alright. So yeah, for a solid 30 seconds, the violence dies down as you play this eerily beautiful tune. And then, you know, people realize, wait, we're in the middle of a fist fight, and go back to socking each other.
While the violence starts to erupt again, Clade would definitely make his way like next to the stage, and just sort of like doing like not like a slow clap, but like a clap where you're directed at one person, and Clade just goes, "That performance is magnificent. Wherever you learn to play, talent to you both. To you and your teacher."
Oh, thank you. My grandma taught me a little bit of it. Are you a musician yourself?
That I am.
Like, her eyes sparkle a little bit. Would you mind playing something for us?
Oh, of course.
She's gonna get off stage.
Clade would then just go on stage, see the sign that says "Play at your own risk." Think not much of it.
Look, Thea, a real musician.
So
I don't think he
when
can follow you up easily, dear.
Clade's up there, do you would you say that like the fight's still erupting?
Oh yeah, no. The only reason they stopped was because Ani got a nat 20 on their performance. Like, people spare you a glance, but like,
So Clade,
nothing stops.
like decently loud, like no, very very loud, is gonna say, "Attention, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. Get ready for the performance of a lifetime." And then is gonna
Okay.
pull out his fiddle and start going to town.
I love that reference. Thank you, Tony.
There is
You're
some
welcome.
very high tension because you just interrupted everyone's bar fights, and there's a sign next to you that says "Play at your own risk." Let's see this. Let's see this performance check.
Okay. Let's see. Give me a nice performance check. The first for me of the session is going to be a 23.
Nice.
Ooh, it's not an nat 20, but
No,
you
it
did
is
not
not.
embarrass yourself at all following up Ronnie's performance. And like, because you announced yourself, the fights paused longer than Ronnie's did, but only because you are a showman. So, what type of music are you playing?
This would
We'll see how
be
this impacts the vibe of the bar.
almost more of like bluegrass kind of feel. Um just very akin to like obviously this is almost a cop out answer, but like a Devil Went Down to Georgia type of playing on the violin where he is shredding it right now.
All right. I'm gonna roll
Woo!
something.
Yeah!
I want to see how the bar is gonna react.
Ronnie is clapping
Oh, wow.
and hollering and whistling.
A lot of the fights like slowly die down as all eyes are on you, and pretty much a lot of the fights turn into more drinking contests as people are enjoying the music. Like, it's a different feeling than when Ronnie did, because Ronnie almost entranced them for 30 seconds. You were there to try and, like, make a name for yourself almost. And, funnily enough, a couple of grizzled pirates, like a group, walk up to both you and Ronnie and, like, question. When you see a group of rough and tumble guys, swords on their belt, walking up to the stage with purpose, how do Clade and Ronnie react?
Clade like is in full like showman attitude still, like just gives them like a long wink and says, "Any requests?"
One of the guys takes his mug, raises it, and then slams it on the stage and drops in a couple of copper pieces. And he looks at both you and Ronnie. He's like, "It's for both of you. Dare." And he like points at you. And a couple of the other guys that walked up with him all also drop in a couple, like, handfuls of coppers. One guy drops in a silver. And, you actually start getting a little bit of, like, a drunken sea shanty that's attempting to go along with your song. Like, the rhythm isn't quite right, tempo's slightly off, and you hear like a couple times where like it dies off and then picks back up when everyone's like confirmed the tempo again. Or it's like, you know, they're singing, but then like it starts going too fast or too rowdy, and like it peters off and then comes back in with your next verse or the next part of the song. All right. Archie, how do you feel about this?
He's enjoying the show and taking advantage of the chaos, and he's stolen about 3 drinks by now. Completely chugged them down. Like, and he was dodging all the throwing things when just sitting at the bar.
Can you make a sleight of hand check for me?
This isn't gonna go well. But, like, he'd do it anyway. Hold on, let me get to the character sheet.
All right, 15.
Not bad.
Let me roll for this.
Oop.
All right. I rolled low for the people in the tavern. So yeah, you get away with stealing drinks when no one's looking. Which is a good thing, because with how this place is...
Oh, he would totally tussle if it came down to it.
No, your nefarious booze swindling has paid off.
Do any of us notice it?
Yeah, you know what? Everyone roll me perception checks.
I would love to notice this, please. Oh shit, somebody's calling me again.
The question is, would you
Oh,
guys say
okay.
anything?
My perception check is a 23, and no, Clade would see it and just kind of like, at the most, like, give a little nod in your direction.
I got a 22 and
He wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, like Clade would notice, nod in your direction to like be like, I see what you're doing. Hope you're having fun. But not like a like.
Sorry, I'm
he's
not
gonna
into
get you in
guys.
trouble.
I got a 22. I think Ronnie would just like see that and just kind of like wave you over for you to give her one of the drinks.
He waves back.
And does not come over.
He just thinks he just thinks she's waving to him.
That's fine.
Okay.
Continues to chug.
Perception?
Perception.
Perception is 16.
All right, all of you have beaten Archie's sleight of hand.
That's pretty funny that like we might be the only 3
Yeah.
in the entire bar that saw it.
Honestly,
I'm not
the
saying
perfect
anything,
way
but
to
I
play it out.
stare at him.
What was that, Alice?
He is just staring at Archie. Doesn't say anything, just, you know.
So, yeah.
He's none the wiser.
Archie, the 3 people who are close to the stage, or on the stage, all seem to have spotted you stealing drinks.
He either doesn't notice or they're not gonna say anything, so he doesn't care. And continues about his business. And after
Alright.
like a bunch of drinks later, he'll sneak away.
Like, out of the bar?
Yeah,
Okay.
to the predetermined actual meeting spot.
I mean, look, that was just a theory. We can change it up if you
No,
want.
it's fantastic.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys spot this scraggly, like,
Rat of a man.
rat of a man
That's the best description I've heard.
stealing drinks for, like, 15, 20 minutes and just, like, pounding them back. And then he just, like, scurries off, essentially.
How
Like
much?
a full rat of a man.
How much you guys want to bet he's not gonna make it until the end of the night?
I think he's gonna get punched pretty quickly.
I think he might die, actually.
He's scrappy.
But
Anyway,
Wade, Ronnie, and Thea, you're all there.
yeah. Good sir, what is your name, and what a beautiful instrument you play?
Honestly, you played yourself beautifully as well, I must say.
No,
Art
I mean, it's
recognizes art,
literally golden.
game
It's
recognizes game.
beautiful. It's...
Oh, it is. You noticed.
Yeah, it shines so brightly.
Aren't you
Yeah,
afraid
it's
it's gonna get
my,
stolen?
I would give my life for this thing. So, if they will go to steal it, I'll do anything I can to keep it. But, how rude of I. Claydum Sonus, but you can call me Clade. And what are your two's names?
I'm Althea. You can call me Thea.
Yeah.
I'm Ronnie. You can call me Ronnie.
Ronnie, I can call you Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronnie.
I need everyone to make dexterity saves.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. I think we can just say probably that I fail, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Why is your dexterity so low? You're a wizard.
Ooh.
It's not. It's actually very high. I was thinking of strength.
Oh, okay.
My dex isn't bad, but that was not the best roll in the world.
15.
Same. 12.
I got a 13.
Ooh, okay. Ronnie, you see, like, out of the corner of your eye, some, like, a dwarf and a half-elf seem to be going at it, and the dwarf just grabs the half-elf by the waist and chucks him behind him, which is where you guys are. Clade and Thea, you get clotheslined. Or actually, well, Ronnie, do you want to try to do something?
Yeah, can I just, like, put myself in front of Thea, and then, so, the elf is being chucked at us?
It looks like it wasn't on purpose, but, like, this is
No,
just
yeah,
a
yeah,
bar
yeah.
fight. Yeah, and the
could I-
dwarf just picked up the elf and chucked him behind him, which
I
is
don't
where you
I don't
guys
know
are.
I don't know if you've seen the video of people fighting in a Waffle House and throwing a chair at a woman who just kind of like maneuvers it out of her way. But like it's like a one-handed kind of like just like something's getting thrown at you and then you just like one-handed like just kind of redirect the force essentially. I would like to do that with this elf's body. To try and like
Okay.
just get him out of the way, but if it fails, I'd still want to be like in front of Thea.
Alright, give me, like, 2 minutes. I'm gonna grab some Wendy's from downstairs.
Yippee!
Valid.
Break time!
Yeah, you know what,
Oh,
everyone,
yes.
if we want, we can do, like, a 5-minute break really quick.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
make
that's-
soup. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, we're good.
Alright. So, as we left off, Ronnie, there's an elf being thrown your way.
Yes.
Big fast chocolate nuts.
Yeah. I would like to just try and like one-hand maneuver, like redirect the force of motion away, but if I can't do it, I still want to be in front of Althea.
You know what, make it a strength save.
Okay, okay. Watch, this is when I get a natural one. Okay. It's gonna be a 27.
Okay.
I don't think that was in that one.
No, it was
personally.
a natural 19.
Do you have any preference to where you're redirecting him to?
Oh man, I mean, as a person, right, I would love for it to not cause too much structural damage. As Ronnie, zero thoughts. just like, well, this guy's gotta go somewhere. So like, not into Clade, just like somewhere away from us. But other than that, she is not really like doesn't really care that much.
All right. I'll say then, because that was a great save. I'm gonna say you like essentially redirect him up and over all of you, and he slams into the play at your own risk sign.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Who threw that?
The dwarf just like goes wide-eyed as he sees you. I didn't mean to.
Just because we didn't mean to doesn't mean our actions don't have consequences!
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Ronnie.
Thanks, I learned that from you.
I know, I'm so proud. Fuck him up.
The fuck is going on?
It's your first time here? It's like the normal.
There's a musician! You don't just destroy their property or cause bodily harm to people that need their voices and hands for their profession!
He just like points at the play at your own risk sign.
Oh, you mean this one? That's broken. I don't see a sign.
Stands back up, takes a piece of the sign and hucks it at the dwarf, and then dives over the stage back at the dwarf, and they just go back to like rolling and punching on the ground.
This city is wild. No respect for the arts.
Disappointing.
Truly. Are you okay?
Bartender. No.
Sorry.
Keep going.
No,
Keep going.
she's gonna ask like Clade if he's okay.
Yeah. Thanks for that save.
No worries. Feel free to use me as a battering ram.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
The bartender comes over with 3 mugs of something and just says, "Guys, playing made people want to drink more, so these ones are on the house."
Oh man, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Once he's out of earshot, Ronnie will be like, Thea, sniff this. Is it poisoned?
Can I make a medicine check? Or
Sure,
something?
medicine or survival.
I'm good at neither of those. That's a 17, though.
Well, I wouldn't say poisoned, as it is some very rough booze.
It's safe to drink, but you might have a hangover, dear.
Do we have any plans for tomorrow?
Picking up your potion?
Well, isn't that 5 hours from now?
Thea just has a moment of, do you want to be drunk for that? Internally, like, do I say this, or do I just let it go?
That's a good point. What are you doing, Clade?
You know, just staying here, there.
You want to be more vague about that?
I've kind of just been wandering around this place for the last week or so.
What are you looking for?
Right now, just somewhere to sleep, probably.
Oh, fuck, Thea, we didn't think of that.
It's okay. We can afford somewhere.
I'm happy
I'm
for you
sure
too
there
that
are
you can
many
afford somewhere.
temporary accommodations here.
Wait, Clay, do you not have a place to sleep? You can't afford a place to sleep?
Definitely not on my own.
Wait, we gotta take him with us. We can't let a flourishing musician sleep on the street.
I think
That's
you can see on Thea's face. She goes through like the entire spectrum of human emotion.
It is very much like, can we keep him? Can we keep him?
It's like, this is a person. Can we keep him? Can we keep him?
That's a man.
Blade.
Thea's just like, this is a stranger. I don't want a stranger in the room. But
I can understand if you don't want me to come with you. That is understandable.
But look, his playing made some money.
Oh yeah, how much did it make so I can split it with Ronnie?
Let's say 16 copper and 2 silver.
Okay, so speaking of money, Clay drops the would be 8 copper and 1 silver into Ronnie's hand. You're in this too.
Whoa. See, Thea? This guy's honest. And I'm just gonna give Thea the money because I can't be trusted with it.
okay, how much money am I putting in my fucking?
One silver, 8 copper, I think.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
You've been wandering around this place for a week, right? Do you know any, like, places to rest at, or?
Well, I think our best bet DM, where would our best bet be? Because I'm looking at all these places and they're mostly for like Pirate's Family. Would it be like the Barnacles End? Would it be like
Or
here's
would
the
it
interesting
would it also be the dry docks with like the scrap ships and whatever?
Well, yeah,
oh, maybe
that's
the
the
Dry
thing.
Docks End, yeah.
Because this isn't a tourist area, in fact, unless someone specifically like invited you here, there's no outsiders usually, which means they don't have the need for inns. But, Blade, you do know that there are some really like dirt cheap boats at the dry docks, where it's just like it would be cheaper to sell them than it would be to scrap them.
We could check out. So, when you imagine a place to sleep at night, does it have to be like a house, or could it be something else? Like a pretty beat up boat.
Does it have windows?
Yes?
That good enough for me. What do you think, Thea?
It'll do.
The pain.
Alright, so you
well-
guys gonna make your way to the... Oh,
Well,
keep talking, sorry.
we have an appointment, actually. We gotta visit Miss Crow in about, 4 hours.
Is the guy who was stealing booze still around?
He dipped out.
Okay. Theo was gonna give him her drink if he was still around, but
Aw.
By the way, do any of you drink it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, clearly would have.
If other people do, Ronnie will, yeah.
Alright, it gets the job done. it is essentially a 50-50 mix of beer and rum.
Oh man.
So it doesn't taste horrible, and it packs a big punch.
I'll probably get like some kind of protein like meal to go and like eat it on the way. To like not be like completely like wasted when I get to Miss Crow.
Alright, alright. Well, they have a couple of options. They have some fried rat.
Hmm.
They do have, like, essentially, like, a bucket, like, you can buy a full, like, rotisserie chicken, just, like, by itself.
Thea, do you want to try one of the rat on a stick? You can choose your own toppings.
I'm not hungry, but thank you for offering.
Clade?
Yeah, I'll try a bite.
Oh, two rats on a stick, please. One with extra cayenne pepper.
Coming right up. And the bartender just, like, disappears in the back for a second, and then, like, 5 minutes later comes back out with 2 rats on a stick, one of which is heavily seasoned.
Yeah. Chomp.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good.
So how are you guys killing the time before going back to Miss Crow's kooky concoctions?
Well, is the place that Clade wants to go to, like, far away? Or could we, like, go there first and then go to Miss Crow?
You have the time to go there first and then go to Miss Crow.
Wanna check the place out first?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go and find our living quarters.
Alright, so you guys, meander through the town. Played for your body weight, that drink was, just, you feeling good. You're feeling good. You're at that happy tipsy.
Kind of loose.
Yeah, just a little loose, you're feeling good. You do pass that one drunkard that you met earlier, and he just, like, gives you another wink. Hey.
Hey.
So uncomfortable. Sometimes you're gonna flirt your way into problems.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so you guys are making your way through the town. The general vibe is pretty just like... The entire city seems to be a little bit rowdy, but for all the rumors that you guys have heard about how much of a lawless place this is and how evil the pirates are, it's nowhere near as bad as you thought it would be.
Ronnie is disappointed, visibly.
Thea is not surprised because she is familiar with propaganda.
It's still definitely like a bit more like rowdy than pretty much anywhere else you've been, but yeah, as you said, it's propaganda. Like, this is like a city like this would crumble if there wasn't some type of order.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, like, the fist fights in the street are common, but, like, for the most part, people seem to be, like, just living their lives. Alright, so Ronnie's disappointed, Althea expected it. Played, in your couple of days here, what do you think? Considering that there is a lot of, like, talk about how lawless and hectic this place is, and really it's just a little rowdy.
Yeah, Clay. It's not what Clay had expected, but Clay is not upset.
He's too tipsy to be upset.
Yeah, he's feeling good right now. Have I mentioned that? I'm feeling good.
Both of you definitely notice that Clade has a little bit of a sway in his step now.
Thea's gonna step just a little further away in case he, throws up. She does not trust drunks.
So how'd you get here in the first place?
You know, did a favor for someone. They offered to bring me here.
Oh, us too.
Yeah?
Yeah, we worked at a pirate crew, I think. They kept asking us if we wanted to work for them.
You must have done pretty well then.
Or they have really low standards.
No, Ronnie, you're very impressive.
Ah, shucks. You too. I don't know how you're able to get through all those ledgers.
Oh, they're very badly managed, but not difficult.
Yeah, sounds about right. Not sure how that captain kept his crew alive.
Luck?
Blind luck.
Alright, so as you guys, wander around the crowds, the drunkards, which, by the way, it is 2 p.m., and there are people, fully sloshed in the streets. You guys, dodge a puking drunk here, walk around a fist fight there, and then eventually make your way to the dry docks. On one part, by the large warehouse, you can see a lot of ships that are under repair. They seem fully functional, just maybe got damaged in a fight or something. Just past the warehouse, down this line of dock. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong there. Down this line of docks, you see some ships for sale. They seem to be in better shape. And then all the way down at the end, which is, I'm assuming, where Clade is taking them, because these are the cheap ones. All the way down at the end are just some very, ratty, but, floating. They can still float, they still, retain buoyancy. But... And a lot of them look more like personal vessels, where, the ships that were in high esteem for sale are, fully functioning ships. Especially for pirates. We're talking fast, quick, have a couple of cannons, very maneuverable, and then all the way down at the end, it's just this was just a boat to get from point A to point B. And you do eventually see one of the... God, what's the right word for it? The person who runs the docks.
Dockmaster?
Dockmaster. Yeah, you'll see the Dockmaster down here. It's a somewhat elderly guy, might be in his, 60s. And he is just, essentially, anyone who stops for more than 2 seconds, he's trying to sell them a boat.
What kind of boat is he, what is he trying to pawn off immediately? Can we tell from a distance?
Yeah. It is I guess you could call it a houseboat. It's the opposite of what a pirate would want. Because it is just, slow, clunky, and, as much as it has amenities of, having multiple, real cabins, it's not gonna win them any gold.
But it is floating.
It is floating. The paint is peeling. the wood's a bit rough. It could use some TLC, but it is a floating, functional boat that no one seems to want.
Do I hear from a distance what price he's trying to sell it for?
You can actually see on the dock, it was like 100 gold, and then a painted red X, and then 50 gold, and then a painted red X, and now it's at 20.
Alright. Ronnie, dear, let me handle this, please.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello there. How are you three doing? Would you like to buy a boat?
We're interested.
Oh, really? What are you interested in? And like he's like gesturing to like there's like 5 or 6 boats here. The houseboat seems to be in the best shape, but the rest of them seem more like what pirates would probably want to buy. Like they're in rough shape, but they're quick and fast ships. Like, well, which one would you want to buy? I'd recommend the one on number 3. It needs a whole new mast, but that gives you opportunity to get something real fast, like some high quality lumber and some high quality sails. And that thing, you will catch any medium slow trade ship.
Can I just insight check him real quick?
Medium slow trade ship.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
12.
So it doesn't look like he's lying, but he's definitely like he's at least for the ship that he's specifically talking about right now, which is not the houseboat. I think he's trying to ignore the fact of how much money it would take to replace a full mast. So it's one of those things where it's like, he's not lying. Like, if you had the money to fix it up, this would probably be an alright ship. But it's the big if you had the money for it.
I think at the moment we're looking for something livable.
Livable. And like the just like pure like what the fuck on his face.
Like
We're-
that
we're-
one.
We're seasonal workers.
Alright. And like his eyes almost like go past a houseboat and then goes back and he's like, you want the houseboat?
20 gold is a little steep. 15?
15. Let's call it 17. Got a deal.
Done.
All right. Okay. Sure. Let me get the paperwork. And he like runs into it's like a little shack that's off to the side of the docks. It doesn't seem to be where he lives, but it does seem to be his office. And he comes back after like 2 minutes with like some documents, and he's like, so we'll paint the name on it for free. So what do you want to call it?
What the fuck was our group name in the one shot?
The Fruity Pebbles.
Oh god.
Captain Crunch.
Fruit basket!
Fruit basket.
The fruit basket? Oh my god. And just to remind you, I reposted the art for it.
Thank you.
That is what you just bought.
Oh, I will give Thea 6 gold.
Yippee! So just in terms of rules, because you know we're new boat owners, where are we allowed to moor it?
Oh, well, and he like looks back down the lane to see how many docks are open. I'll let you rent this spot for another 5 silver.
Sure.
5 silver a month for however long you stay. I'll let you rent this spot.
I'll give him a gold for now.
All right, you got 2 months until I come knocking.
All right,
And
thank you.
so did you put the fruit basket on it?
Yes.
All right, and he just like whistles to a couple of like, probably like 14-year-olds. They're probably like his either children or grandchildren or apprentices, something along those lines. He's like, "Oi! We sold this one. It's gonna be the fruit basket. Basket, really? Whatever, you paid. The fruit basket." And they both like pick up some like paint and a ladder, and they just walk over to the houseboat, and they just in like it definitely. I mean, it is a free paint job. It'll do. Like it's legible. These kids know how to read and write at the very least.
Ronnie just looks at the child workers and goes, "Some things stay the same across several countries, huh?"
Yes. Yes, they do. Thea's thinking of herself.
All right. Well, once they're done, it's all yours. I got the paperwork.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Glances at the boat. Happy sailing.
You do.
All right. Oh, you guys have your houseboat.
Thea would like to spend a solid hour using prestidigitation to just go square by square in a couple of the rooms, cleaning it up.
Ronnie is also cleaning, but with a broom.
All right. Archie, make a perception check for me. Yeah. All right. Archie, there are people wandering around the boat. You didn't
They've come to steal my socks.
and Ronnie, Thea, and Clay, are you also on the ship?
Yeah,
Yes.
Thea's gonna board, like, immediately and just start cleaning.
yeah.
She has standards.
Clade is
You
just
three
sort
make
of
perception
walking.
checks.
Yeah, Clade is just sort of walking around, like looking at the place.
18.
Perception.
15.
12.
All right. Not Ronnie, but Thea and Clade. After the first few minutes on the boat, you hear some movement coming from one of the cabins.
Clade just like goes to running Thea. Do you hear that?
No.
There's movement coming from in there.
Probably rats.
No, something larger than a rat.
He's right.
Cats.
Thea's gonna ready a hold person for when the door is opened.
All right. You know what? Just to see how this plays out, everyone give me an initiative roll. We're not going to do, like, real combat, but I want to see how this plays out.
Total of 20.
Ooh. 8.
22.
Okay, so it's going to be Clade, then Thea, then Archie, then Ronnie. All right, Clade, what are you doing first?
Clade is just going to. Wait, let me just double check this. Something I can do with this. Clade is going to use thaumaturgy, and make his voice booming, and say, "Who is trespassing on our ship?"
All right. Us is just talking. Archie, you did hear that.
Like about how loud was it though?
Booming.
Okay, I couldn't really hear it because it glitched a lot. Okay. First off, he's going to simply open the door and be like, keep it down. Jeez, I got a headache.
The second she sees him, hold person.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Archie, make a which one is that? A wisdom save or hold
It
person?
is. Yeah, it's a wisdom save of 17.
Archie, make a wisdom save.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh my god.
8. So Archie, you open the door, and you're about to say "keep it down," but you get and then immediately your entire body is frozen in place and you can't move.
behind him, it's a tiny room, but like fully furnished. It's like a bed on one side, on the other side there's like a counter with like a little tiny fucking oven, and it's a tea kettle on it, and the tea kettle is gonna start going off.
Ronnie, threat assessment.
It's the guy from the. Well, my mic's not picking up. It's the guy from the bar!
Oh, the little drink stealing.
Yeah!
Can he talk
This-
at all?
It says paralyzed.
I'm gonna say you can't move your lips, but like you can push air through your throat.
This-
So it's not
this
talking
was-
about maybe
As
like
legible as it can be, he's going to ask you to turn the heat off to his tea before it goes everywhere. My
Ronnie, do you
tea.
think he's a threat?
Nah. But what's he mumbling about?
He seems
will
more
drop-
worried about tea than you guys.
Theo will
I
drop.
don't know that you're
So-
talking about tea yet. You're just making like whispering noises as you're trying to
Yeah.
talk.
I
Theo
have
will
no
drop
idea
hold
what they're
person
trying to
when
say.
Ronnie says no, not a threat.
Alright, so I'm no longer
You're no longer-
paralyzed. Jesus Christ! Can't a guy make some tea in peace? He's gonna go back to his tea, start pouring a cup. Would you like any?
What flavor?
I won't lie, it's not the best, but it's good for hangovers.
No, I'm good.
Suit yourself. He sips it, makes a face because of how bad it is, continues to drink it.
You guys found a
Were-
squatter on your ship.
Great.
So,
this
were
ship
you
comes with a
already-
cleaner.
Were you already renting this area?
Renting?
I'll take that as a no.
We just bought this boat.
No, good for you.
The sound effects.
Yeah, that's true.
He almost knocked over his cup but saved it.
Can I make an insight check?
I mean, go for it, sure.
I want to know like how like really he's being nonchalant, or is he like a little bit like anxious of our presence and is like trying to play it off?
All right. Give me a roll, and then depending on how well you roll, we might make
21.
roll.
21 insight.
Archie.
Completely not.
All right. So like, Archie is completely just unbothered.
Unbothered king.
I think this guy is insane.
Thea kind of looks at Clade like, okay, well, we've already picked up one person. If you help us clean up some of the other rooms, I guess we won't kick you out.
Nice. At that time, there's a candle that like starts like sparking, almost like like it's like a medieval timer almost. Oh, the cookies are ready.
You know how to cook?
Ish. Enough. Better at baking though.
All right, we've got a chef.
Can I interest you in a cookie?
Yeah.
When you take a bite, it's a little too crunchy.
She has like shark teeth, so it's perfect.
This is normal.
Don't ask what the crunch is.
Bone.
I was gonna say crickets or something.
Oh.
He's using what? Are these chocolate chips? No.
What's chocolate?
He's using what he could find, man.
I'm gonna be so for real, man. Does this person look like, does Ronnie look like someone who would like complain about crickets in her cookies?
You just ate a fried rat, so I'm gonna say
Yeah, like
Oh, by the way, did Clade enjoy his fried rat?
Clade took a little nibble of it and just kind of put it down.
Had one tiny bite and was just like, that's enough.
Had one
Yeah.
tiny bite, heard it start making cricket sounds, puts it down slowly.
The rat was making cricket sounds?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the cookies, so.
No, we were talking about the fried rat.
Ah, never mind.
Clade did not take a cookie.
You
did
rude
not take a
motherfucker. He worked hard on those just in case he had visitors.
At his squatter area?
He's a lonely
interesting.
guy.
Great. Okay, so Thea, you can be the navigator. Clade, you can be the musician. This homeless guy can be our cook, and I'll be the captain. Sounds
Yeah,
good to
I'm cool
me.
with
Ronnie, I would follow you anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Ronnie's just gonna go to hug Thea.
Ronnie, I have ribs. Stop.
Ronnie has learned to hug her normally.
Aw, I need to give you baby
Learned
hugs.
over many, many years and many, many broken bones.
Yeah.
Thea's broken more bones by being friends with Ronnie than on her own.
Alright, so you
There's a
guys
reason
spend
that
like the
Thea
next
has
hour
healing
cleaning.
potions.
So, what's your name, weirdo?
Archie.
I'm Ronnie.
What's... Oh, I was about to ask.
Too slow. And she's gonna shake your hand. You wanna come with us?
Sure.
We're gonna go to like a potion shop.
He said sure before you even said
I'm just letting him know.
Oh my god, friends?
He's like,
Please,
"An
please,
adventure."
please,
Please talk to me.
please let me
Something
come
to
with you.
Something to do other than make cookies and
For myself.
for himself, or to feed to the local wildlife.
The rats.
Yeah, he's feeding the rats.
Oh my god, I'm just thinking.
Wait, well, technically, I chose not to, but I could have a little pet. I'm gonna change that now to he's particularly close to one of the particular rats.
All the other ones can fuck themselves.
Yeah,
I'm, no, I'm just
he
thinking.
gives them each a piece of the cookie, but he gives the one specific one a little extra.
A little
I'm just
extra
thinking,
cricket.
Yeah.
Archie, how do you feel that Ronnie is munching on fried rat?
What?
How do you feel that Ronnie is munching on fried rat right now?
Oh wait, you're currently doing that? I thought you did that back on the bar.
I thought you were eating it on the way.
Well, yeah, but I think I would have finished it like before.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
We'll come. I'm sure that won't come up
As
later.
long as it's not his little buddy. As long as you don't touch his little buddy, we're fine. That.
Does your personal rat have like any sort of marking or like a leash or anything, or is it just
A
kind
little tiny bow tie.
of? Aww.
Aw.
Okay, Ronnie will make sure not to eat that one.
That's like definitely made from a scrap of his clothing.
All right. So, are we heading back to Miss Crow's kooky concoctions?
Thea would like to stop on the way and like get some bedding and cleaning supplies and some non-cricket cookie related ingredients.
Okay. So we're doing some home goods shopping.
Yeah.
All right. Funnily enough, that is like even just finding nice stuff is not hard. However, it's probably all stolen.
Yeah, I mean, Thea doesn't give a shit.
That's fine.
Okay.
How was the
There's
boat?
literally like a second-hand store that is like the second-hand is definitely stuff that was stolen from other ships.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want anything, like, too nice, because she has a feeling that there's a chance that it's gonna get stolen again. She's smart enough to recognize that, I think. But, you know, she'd like to at least have a decent blanket, a pillow, you know.
Sheets with at least some sort of thread count in the
Yeah.
double digits.
Yeah.
How was the ship stocked? Like, did it have like supplies on it, or do we need to refill it?
So it had been sitting there for a while, so whatever supplies were on there are probably bad.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll get
Besides
some
whatever
like
Archie has.
I'll get some like safety equipment, some like flags for communication, maybe like I don't know if there's an equivalent to like a flare gun, but like I don't know, something that could be used to like signal others.
That is usually what the signal flags are for.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like they have specific flags for specific like things.
Yeah, and then like maintenance and repair stuff.
So like some carpenter's tools.
Yeah.
Alright.
Does this ship come with a lifeboat? Or is it not big enough to hold one?
It comes with a lifeboat,
Mm-hmm.
but for 4 people it might be a little small. Like this was definitely just someone's house that a pirate was like, give me. So yeah, it might be able to hold 2, maybe 3 people, but 4 is definitely pushing the limits of the lifeboat.
Okay.
Well, Thea does have her broom, so she
yeah.
doesn't really need to be in a lifeboat.
And then
Archie can also turn into a smaller creature.
yeah, we don't know that Archie can transform into animals, but out of character, yeah.
Yeah.
Thea is
Oh, like,
currently grooming around again, by the way.
If
Nice.
he had to get into it, he would just automatically assume to do that.
But yeah, I don't know if, like, I'm missing anything else, but, like, just general, like, upkeep, safety. Oh, maybe, like, a medicine kit?
Okay. Give me one moment.
Oh no, we turned the first session into a shopping episode.
We're so.
Oh, I
good at
knew
doing
that
these.
the second that you guys were like, we're gonna get a houseboat, and I'm like, okay, well, the first session, maybe first 3 sessions are just going to be like any downtime is just fixing the boat.
We
Yep.
should also go to the beach at some point just so we can say it was also a beach episode.
Yes.
I'm just filing a shopping list. Let's see. So total, I think we're gonna call that 20 gold to get healer's kit, carpenter's tools, and just like a bunch of basic safety equipment and flags.
20 gold total?
You might be able to haggle it down. Yeah. Base price 20 gold.
I would love to haggle it down, please. Using intimidation as often as I can, unless Clade wants to be, like, nice to them.
Clay just is like, go ahead.
I like to think you don't even think you're being intimidating, but it's like, giving us discounts could have us be returning customers as you're like standing over them.
Yeah.
You mean well. Still rolling
Ronnie's not a horrible person, but it just happens. Can I get advantage?
Clade's there. Go for it.
Thank you. Oh, didn't need it. Natural 20.
Alex.
Jesus.
Alright, so
Ronnie was good at one very specific thing today.
God is being nice to me because I've been sick.
It was 20. I was going to knock off anywhere from like 1 to 3, depending on your roll, but I'm gonna say it's gonna go down to 15 gold because of that nat 20.
Nice.
Does that include Thea's home goods, or is that just...
No, that was for Ronnie buying supplies for the ship.
Okay.
For your home goods, it's not going to be as much because it's just like... Let's see. I'll call it 5 gold for the home goods. For like a decent pillow, blanket, mattress, sheets.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll call it 5 gold. Are you going to haggle that too?
Yes, I would.
Alright. Are you going to try to do it in Ronnie's method, or...
No, Thea's just gonna be like, come on, how often are you selling this kind of stuff? So I guess persuasion, probably.
Yeah, we'll go with persuasion.
Which is a total of, 7.
A total of 7.
I don't think she gets a fucking discount here.
The guy who's running the shop is like, I said it was 5 gold. It's 5 gold.
Thea will hand over the phone.
Oh.
And,
She's
yeah.
happy. She's not gonna argue. She's happy enough just to have, like, a nice place to sleep.
If you got a nat 1, it was going up in price.
I thought I rolled a nat 1 for a second, because it looks very similar on the die, and they're side by side, and I was like, oh no. But it was a 7.
Alright, so we got some basic necessities for the ship first. Haven't actually done any repairs on it yet, although, it does float, so, it's at least not immediately in peril. You got some carpenter's tools, a healer's kit, signal flags, and safety equipment. Were you including... were you also trying to buy a new dinghy, Alec? A new lifeboat?
If, like, the current one is fine, then, like, we'll keep it. And
I mean, the good news is you're not planning on going on the open water anytime soon, so you can wait on that.
yeah, we should be okay with the current lifeboat.
All right. It's like a glorified canoe.
That's fine.
All right. So, bit of shop. Did anyone else want to do any shopping? Clade, Archie.
No, I'm okay right now.
All right. So it is getting to be around that time where you should start walking back to God, why did I make this such a long name? Miss Cook's Cookie Concoctions.
Miss Crow's cookie concoction.
Miss Crow's Cookie Concoctions. God damn it.
You did this
Yes,
to
Miss-
yourself.
I did. This is my own punishment. Miss Crow's Cookie Concoctions. Because, yeah, you guys went drinking, bought the ship, did some cleaning, went on a shopping spree. Yeah, it's about time for you to start walking back there. So question. Ronnie, this is about your ailment. Are you going to give Wade or Archie any context as to what potion you're picking up or why you need it?
Ooh. I don't think she'd think of it. I think she would just like get the potion and then like unless they ask, she would not give context just because like it doesn't like she doesn't consider it.
Alright. So you do, after, walking for like a half hour, you do end up getting to Miss Crow's Cookie Concoctions. Which also means Clade and Archie, you do get to meet Miss Crow.
Nice.
Oh, hello, dearie. Welcome back, and I see you've made some new friends.
Yeah, we've picked some people up.
Alright, well, it's right on time. Let me just go and turn off the cauldron. And she goes over and, like, essentially just, like, smothers the fire that's under the cauldron. And she takes out a large ladle, scoops it into, like, a pretty hefty flask. And she passes it over to Ronnie. Alright, well, take a sip now, so that we can know if it has the intended effect. And then take a sip of it every morning and every night as long as this initial sip works.
She takes a sip.
Ronnie, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Man, I'm gonna get McMurdered.
Has to make a new character after section
Yeah, right.
1.
We spend the
Don't
rest
need
of the
cannon.
campaign trying to resurrect Ronnie.
And you finally resurrect her in the Underdark.
Yeah. Constitution save 16.
16. Alright. You needed the 15.
Ooh.
It's still not pleasant. Your body is racked with pain, but you do not pass out. It almost feels like all the skin around your magical scar is burning. Like, it literally feels like someone set your skin on fire
I think
around that scar.
Ronnie's gonna like find the nearest thing to like grab onto and just kind of like keel over a little bit.
You okay, Ronnie?
No,
What the hell? What the hell was in that
I
thing?
think I'm being eaten from the inside.
What?
And
What did you give? What did you give Ronnie?
It's not the
oh,
potion.
hush! Give it a minute, dear. And Ronnie, as the pain slowly fades, funnily enough, an almost like comforting, warming sensation replaces the burning. would you like to inspect your scar?
Yeah, sure. You all see like Ronnie like remove her belt and like lift her shirt and like usually it's like weird like wild magicy like green tendrils. Does it look better now?
Um, so the skin around it is very bright red, and you get the feeling that that was what the burning sensation was. It doesn't necessarily look better, but it doesn't feel like it's getting like for how long you've had this, you've noticed that it's been slowly getting worse, right?
Mm.
That was what we agreed.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's gotten better, but you feel like it's at least for right this second, it's stopped getting worse.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, that is a tough one. I thought it would do a lot more than that.
It did enough.
Well, like I said, the next month, have a sip in the morning and a sip at night of that. I might need to do more research.
Thank you. And she'll
You're
give
welcome.
7 gold.
Oh, and she takes 2 off the stack and gives it back. I thought that was going to help a lot more, so we'll call it a discount.
If you say so.
You know, there are some herbs on the other side of the island that might strengthen it. Ooh. You know what? I need to do some research. How about you come back tomorrow afternoon? I might have to send you all on an errand if you don't mind. Getting a little too old to traverse the wilds.
An errand?
Some rare herbs that only grow on the cliffs to the north side of the island. Ooh, I can't climb down those cliffs anymore. Not good for my bones.
Well, I guess we aren't really doing anything else unless somebody has business they haven't mentioned.
Oh no, I'm gonna double check some formulas. But come back tomorrow afternoon, and I can give you a more specific description on what exactly I'll need. If you don't mind, that is.
Yeah,
Anything for
Sounds
you,
fine to
Ronnie?
me.
I don't mind. And Ronnie like looks over at Archie and Clade, just like, "Hey, are you sure you have nothing better to do?"
I don't have
No.
anything on my docket for tomorrow.
Not really.
All right.
Ronnie, dear, we kind of paid for a place for them to live.
I don't know. Maybe they had like a secret identity or something.
Also, Ronnie, you are now starving. It seems like whatever process that did, it took a lot out of you.
Can we go get some food?
Yeah, let's grab some dinner.
While we're like out looking for food, any like job board notices or anything?
Yes, yeah. Um, you do pass a job board. For the most part, it does just seem like people need like replacements for their losses on pirate crews. But you do see one that actually has a seal that says FTL. It seems like it might be a job that was posted by the official pirate navy. Apparently, there's been some sort of creature that's been luring people off the docks at the captain's first, and they have had no luck trying to figure out what it is. And there's a reward for 50 gold on it.
Well, that's tempting.
I mean, if we're gonna be sticking around here for a while, it might as well get some money.
I think we're capable enough.
Could you repeat the description of the job?
So in the captain's first district, where the Grand Admiral's direct crew members live and their families, some creature has been apparently, or they don't even know if it's a creature, but people have been disappearing at the docks. And the actual guards have had no luck in trying to figure out what's going on.
Which docks? Because there's a couple here.
So the captain's first does have its own docks. It's not shown on the map. I couldn't get them there, but there is a series of docks at the captain's first, which is for the Grand Admiral's ship and essentially they're the captains that are directly under them.
Okay.
It's essentially a private dock.
Yeah, I see it on the map. But it is not where we're docked.
No, it is not where you're docked.
Just confirming.
Do we want to go check it out after we get food?
It might
I
be
think
a
so.
little late, but we could try. I don't know what hours they keep here.
Oh yeah, fair.
No, people have been disappearing at night. So
Oh, but we don't need to go talk about the job first.
here's the thing, while that is a high-end area, anyone's allowed to walk through there. It's only the actual Grand Admiral's mansion that is restricted.
Okay. I mean, we could take a stroll through, see what we see.
Unless people had something else they wanted to do. Alright, great. I don't know.
Wait, one sec.
Ronnie will march.
Kind of caught up for a second.
Okay.
And they were just asking
I'm back.
if there is anything people wanted to do before going to a possible new job.
No, I think he's all set.
Okay. Well, let's go get you guys some food first. There are a lot of street vendors, or you can try to find a restaurant. What would you like to try?
Clay
What
would
are the
probably
vendors
just
selling?
a food vendor.
So the vendors are selling a variety of different fried things. You do see a return of the fried rat. There's also a lot of veggies, chicken, pork. A lot of just street food.
Theo, buy some street food.
Ronnie is going straight for like a rotisserie chicken essentially, and just filling herself up.
Okay. One moment. Yeah, mingle among yourselves for a second.
Okie dokie.
Yippee!
Sorry.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of-
do some role play. Do some talking. Especially because you guys did just see Ronnie's giant magic scar.
So, Ronnie,
Uh,
obviously, we haven't known each other very long, and you don't have to tell us about it. But what was that potion for?
oh. I kind of got hit with some strange wild magic a couple of years ago, and it's been getting worse. It gave me weird powers, but also is incredibly painful and rather volatile.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been looking around for maybe like some sort of a healer potion master that could help me out with it. That's the whole reason we're here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't particularly trust any high name magicians or healers. But this place seems really out of the way, and the crow woman not super trustworthy. And that's what we needed, I think.
Did the potion help you?
It stopped it from growing. So, that's, I guess, the best we can do for now.
It's better than it growing.
Yeah.
Thea's just kind of like standing awkwardly off to the side, knowing it's her fault.
Aw. Yeah, I think maybe one day it would be nice to fully get rid of it, but I'm not super optimistic.
There's a way. We just have to find it.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry to drag you in, Clade.
No, I wanted to know. Yeah, if we ever find anything or anyone that could help you, we'll do our best.
I appreciate that. I'm glad at least we ended up in a place that doesn't really have like a hierarchy. I don't trust government bodies.
Yeah, that's part of the appeal of this place, isn't it?
Is that why you're here?
It helps. More of just a wanderer myself.
I'm gonna be right back. My cat wants me to open the door.
Wow.
Sage just jumped
Okay.
up. to sit in my dice tray and stare out the window, so mood. Sage, please stop clicking my mouse. What do you see, buddy? Is there anything interesting out there? Aside from the fact the window really needs to be cleaned? How have you opened my settings? It's good.
I'm back.
Hello.
All right. So, you guys just getting street food essentially?
Yeah. And then I think heading to the captain's first.
All right. I have everything ready now, so.
Yippee!
So as you get to the captain's first, you do notice that this place is definitely definitely for the more affluent. It seems like the Grand Admiral takes care of their people. Even just walking through Salt Row, it seems that just even the quality seems higher. And the security. There are actual guards, although it doesn't seem to be uniformed. But you do notice that there will be groups of people with a very specific, large gold ring. Or, yeah, I guess bracelet might be better. On their arm. And all of them are carrying weapons and having some sort of armor, although it doesn't seem like the policing force you'd be used to at other areas of this world. It seems more like they're there, they don't really keep official patrols, but every block or two you'll see a group of 3 or 4 people with gold bracelets with the FTL insignia stamped into it. And you do see more and more as you get closer and closer to the captain's first. In fact, you even do see a few close to the docks as you get there. But for the time being, things seem pretty quiet. It's getting to be dark, the sun is on its sunset right now. What would you guys like to do?
Does anything... Thea's looking at this from, a clinical perspective. It's does anything look just wrong?
I mean, people seem a little bit more on edge. Disappearances aren't exactly a fun thing to happen in your neighborhood. No, you don't really see anything too wrong. Make a perception check.
Sage, stop hitting the dice.
She wants to make the
That's a
perception
12.
check.
Sage, can you make a perception check, please?
Sage
He's
rolled that.
12.
Yeah, Sage rolled Sage rolled a 9 plus whatever her modifier was.
All right. Well, Sage is amazing, so obviously that is a 29.
Yeah, she's seen all the birds
Yeah.
outside in the tree. That's where her perception check gets her.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she's wagging her tail so much.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong, really. Like, this is definitely not as heavily of a populated part of town. Considering that, for the most part, the Captain's First is an area for officers. Definitely seems like a lower population part of town. And you do see some guards walking around, but as I said, they don't really keep an official patrol.
Thea's gonna wave at the guards, like, to try to call them over.
Alright. Yeah. A group of, like, 4 guards walks up. Can I help you, ma'am?
Well, we saw the job posting about the disappearances, and we were hoping for a little bit of information.
Ah, yeah. Well, it seems like people have been going missing near the docks. Although, no one really hears or sees anything besides splash. It sounds like they're falling into the water, but everyone around here knows how to swim.
How many people have gone missing?
3 so far.
Were they any connections between them? Were they maybe on the same crew? Are they the same rank?
No, it's been seeming random. We'll just say that, 1 minute George was walking along the dock, next minute they heard a splash, and George wasn't seen again.
So every time someone's gone missing, a splash was heard?
Yes.
Interesting.
Aside, like, because this is a big dock. Were they in vaguely the same place, or was it different points on the dock?
Different points for the most part. The problem is, every time someone's gone missing, it's when the guards aren't around. We've been having more people show up, but almost seems like the second everyone's looking away is when someone's going missing.
I see. Thank you very much for the information.
Welcome. Good luck. Don't get too close to the water. That's been our best bet so far.
Can I make Nate to some sort of check? Like, does this sound familiar to me of anything that has happened before somewhere? Like, does it sound like a ghost story? Does it sound like some sort of creature?
Give me a... Let's see. We'll call this a nature check, sure.
Can I help her with that? Because Ronnie grew up hearing like fairy tales and legends.
Sure.
Can you move, Sage? That's an 18 plus something. That's a 23.
23. Truthfully, this doesn't sound like it would be like a ghost story. You have a feeling that, like, ghosts probably wouldn't just be, like, shoving people into the water to kill them. yours can do things a lot more efficiently than that. It almost sounds like some sort of ambush predator by your guess, and something with some sort of intelligence. If it's specifically choosing people that when no one else is around.
Thea will share this information.
Well, if it's a predator, then perhaps we set a trap for it.
It's smart enough not to attack anybody when others are watching. So that would probably be a little difficult, but we could figure something out, I'm sure.
Well, what if it doesn't see anybody watching it? We could try and hide.
Could try and hide, that's not a bad idea.
What do you guys think? Turns to Clayton, Archie.
I think setting the trap is a good idea.
Probably a good idea. Probably our only shot at it.
The question is, who's going to be the bait?
I don't mind doing it.
Are you sure you want to take that risk?
Pretty good at sensing things. And out of all of you, I think I could hold my breath under the water the longest.
Okay.
Well, Ronnie, if you'd prefer, you're pretty good at probably getting people out of the water as well, wouldn't you?
I guess.
I've been bait before. I'll be bait again, so I wouldn't mind doing it.
Archie might have an idea. We're fact checking.
Yeah, because at 4th level, Archie can wild shape into swimming things as well.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we're fact. That's why I said we have an idea.
Yeah,
we're fact checking first before he speaks up.
before Archie goes, I can do this. It's like,
We gotta make sure.
let's make sure.
Funny it would be if he's like, I can turn into a fish. And he just fucking
Then he
doesn't.
can't.
He turns into like something that's definitely not a fish.
Like a beaver.
Sea guy. Yeah. Sea guys. Honestly, a beaver wouldn't probably be bad.
Yeah, you can transform into any beast up to challenge rating 1.
Nice.
If you look up
I'm gonna quickly look up what I can turn into.
But this is the point where Archie could speak up, because we did confirm that, yes, you can swim. You can choose something with a swim speed.
He's just like, actually, I might be able to help in this.
Oh, how?
He'll then. Are we by the water now? Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are getting close to the docks.
Yes. When you guys get to the docks, he'll turn into whatever creature I have figured out. See, I got this.
Fascinating.
Would it just be like blub 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 to us?
Yeah, actually.
Pretty much. I gotta figure out what kind of blah 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 sound first.
Were you a fish this entire time?
I don't know if they're always a fish or.
Oh, you could turn into a giant octopus.
What are you looking? Can you see me like? What are you looking at?
Thea thinks that this is polymorph, and she suddenly has a lot of respect for you.
She's gonna lose a lot of respect in a bit.
It went from like 0, it went from like negative, like, oh, you were stealing booze and you are stowing away on our ship, Okay?
Hey, it wasn't
To,
your
oh,
zip when he started
well,
swimming away.
that's true. To, oh, you know high level magic? And then it's gonna drop when she realizes that no.
No, in fact, he does not. Giant octopussy.
No.
Let's see. There's also, if you're looking for things in the water, you could also do a giant toad.
CR is I'm assuming CR stands for combat rating.
Yes.
Challenge rating, yeah.
Yeah. Yo, what the fuck is that? What's a fucking awakened tree?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
not. I sent you all monsters, not just beasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, this might be a better one. Although I hate that it doesn't split them up by challenge rating and by type. It's only one or the other. Yeah, I think giant octopus or
Does
giant toad are
large
your best
beast
bets.
count?
Yeah.
I can turn into a hunter shark.
What challenge rating?
I mean, it was under level 1, but it doesn't say on the actual. Oh, never mind. It's 2. Fucker.
Yeah, I think octopus or toad are your best bets.
Fine, octopus it is.
Okay. So are you turning into a giant octopus right now?
When we get to the water.
When
Alright.
you get kidnapped.
Yo,
When you get kidnapped.
I can also turn into a crab.
Where are we on this map?
So I was gonna say you guys. Oh wait, let me go to the right layer. You guys are probably walking from this way over.
Can you toss our tokens on here?
Give me uno momento.
Wait, can't we drag our own out?
Oh, can we?
somehow?
Yeah, you
there,
can.
there I am.
Although, let's see. Does everyone have tokens set up? Do you need them?
No, I don't.
Hi.
All
I
right,
don't
give me.
remember.
Yeah, give me one moment.
So happy to see you.
I'll make tokens for people. One moment.
Question: how long are we gonna play for? My mom wants me to join her for lunch.
I mean, if we want to save this combat for next week, we could call it now.
I'm down for that. So I can get sleep before work.
Please get sleep. Holy fuck.
I work nights.
Yeah. Maybe next week.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good to keep going, or I'm good to call it here, whatever
Yeah,
people...
either way for me as well.
All right. So how about we call it here, but maybe we take like 5 minutes just so I can get people's thoughts so far.
Woo!
Yeah, of course.
I
I'll
like
let my mom know
I'm-
not to wait for me.